Okay, the chapter 2 is that is animal tissue. Animal tissue is of four types, that is epithelial, connective, muscular and nervous. Epithelial, connective, muscular and nervous. Epithelial tissue, they form a continuous layer of cells. Mainly I will tell you where they are found. Epithelial tissue are found on the entire body surface. All the body surface means they are found where? On body surface. You can say it forms the skin part of the body. Okay, structure, how does it looks like? The cells of epithelium do not have any space between them. They don't have any space between them. The cells do not have any space between them, and the cells rest upon a thin basement membrane. Look at the figure 2.1. You can see that they are resting on a thin basement membrane. Means there will be a sheet like structure. This is a basement membrane, and all the cells will be lying on this membrane. Okay, in this way all the cells will be lying on this membrane. The epithelial cell are of different shapes and sizes. The sizes are squamous. Let me tell you what is the meaning of this. Squamous. Next is cuboidal, and the third one is columnar. Squamous will be of square shape. Okay, they will be of square shape. Cuboidal will be of cuboid shape. I hope you know the cuboid shape. This is cuboid shape. And the columnar will be column-like, means they will form a column-like structure. So let me repeat, epithelial are found on the body surface. The cells do not have any space between them, and there are three types, that is squamous, cuboidal and columnar. Now look at this location. So I said that they are found on the body surface. And next one more thing, that is they are also found in the nasal cavity, mouth cavity. Means they are found in the mouth cavity, means under the mouth. Where they are found? They are found in mouth, nasal, okay, mouth, nasal, anus and openings of reproductive system. Reproductive system means what are the reproductive organs? You will learn this in higher classes. No need to write no now. Okay, you will learn in higher classes what is reproductive system and which organs are involved in it. So just for now, keep in mind that they are found in nasal cavity, mouth cavity, anus and openings of reproductive system. Now come to functions. Epithelium functions are, they are protective, means they protect from infection. If there are any infection in the skin, they will protect them from infections. They protect them from dryness. They protect them from heat. Means the epithelial tissue mainly works for protection. Next is they also helps in absorption and secretion. First one is protection. Second one is absorption. When you apply cream on your skin, the cream gets absorbed. Why? Because of this epithelial tissue. And the third one is secretion. Secretion means, it helps in secretion means as a form of sweat. Okay, in the form of sweat it helps in secretion. So next is true or false. You solve it and send it to me. Fine. Let's start with the connective tissue part. Okay, look at this part, that is connective tissue. Connective tissue is also known as supportive tissue. It is also known as supportive tissue. Means from name you can understand that it helps in support, means it gives support. So connective tissue is basically of three types: fibrous, skeletal and fluid. Now fibrous is divided into four types, that is areolar, adipose, tendon, ligament. We will learn one by one what is the function of these tissues. Skeletal is of two types, that is bone and cartilage. And third one is fluid. Fluid is of two types, that is blood and lymph. So come to this part, that is connective tendons. Look at this page number 16. Okay, tendons. What is the main function of tendons? It connects bones to muscle. Keep in mind, okay? Tendon connects bones to muscles. Means what it do? It basically helps in the connection of bones to muscles. And what does ligament do? Ligament connects bone to bone. Bone to bone. Fine. Tendon connects bones to muscles and ligament connect bone to bone. Both are fibrous in nature, means they are thread like structure, fiber. Okay, they are thread like structure, or you can say they are fiber. Next is areolar tissue. Areolar tissue, what it does, the tissue binds our skin to the underlying structure. It makes the skin elastic. This is the more important point, that it makes the skin elastic. Our skin is elastic in nature, na. So why it is elastic in nature? Because of the presence of areolar tissue. Okay. Next, last one is adipose tissue. Adipose tissue, mainly it contains fat. It is known as fat reservoir, and you know that fat is an energy giving food. Okay, so those who are you can say fat, they have more adipose tissue in their body. That is, the fat is collected in some particular place, or like that. Okay. Next is cartilage and bone. Nice one. Bone is hard in structure, and cartilage is soft. So it is hard and it is soft. You can see this cartilage in your nose. Okay, nose, ear. Just feel your ear. You can see that there is a soft bone in the ear, na. That one is not. That one is cartilage. And what is bone? Bone, to you know. So you have to learn two things from bone and cartilage. Bone is made up of a cell, that is osteocytes. Osteocytes. Look at the point number 2. It is made up of bone cells called osteocytes, and cartilage is made up of a cell that is known as chondrocytes. Chondrocytes. Very, very important. Okay, very, very important, osteocytes and chondrocytes. Next come to this portion, that is blood. Okay, I will explain the blood and lymph in very detail. Look at this. Blood is made up of 3 types of cell, that is RBC. RBC means red blood cell, and WBC is white blood cell, and the third one is platelets. So you have to basically learn the function of these RBC, WBC and platelets. So blood contains 2 things, that is plasma and cells, and these cells are of these 3 types, that is RBC, WBC and platelets. So RBC is also known as erythrocytes. Learn it by heart. RBC is also known as erythrocytes. White blood cell is also known as leukocytes, and the platelets are known as thrombocytes. The red blood cells contain, why red blood cell is red in color? They contain a pigment that is known as hemoglobin, which gives red color to the blood. And next is WBC. Okay, let me explain the function of RBC. RBC basically is a oxygen transporter. It transports oxygen to different parts of the cell. Oxygen transport. Okay, WBC, what is the function of WBC? They acts as they are the protecting cells of the body. They fight against the disease causing germs, means they help in defense. Fight against germs. They help in what? They help in defense. They protect the body from disease causing germs. And the last one is platelets. Platelets helps in the clotting of blood. What is clotting of blood? What is clotting of blood? Suppose there is a cut in your hand. The blood gets harder, na? Sometimes after some time the blood gets harder because of these platelets. If there would be no platelets in the blood cells, then blood will continuously come out of the cut portion. And the last one is lymph. Lymph is a straw-colored fluid present in the special tubes called lymph vessels. Okay, lymph, blood is red in color. Lymph is basically straw-colored. You can say milkish color. Okay, or you can say transparent color. So lymph does not contain RBC. Lymph does not contain RBC. They only contain WBC and platelets. Okay, they only contain WBC and platelets. That's why they are red. They are not red in color. Lymph is not red in color because RBC is not present, and RBC gives red color to the blood. So, what will be the function of lymph? It basically, just look at this third point, it helps in the exchange of nutrients and gases between the blood and tissues. It also assists the defense mechanism. Since it contains WBC, so it is also helpful in defense. Red blood cell WBC helps in defense portion, and lymph also helps in defense. So come to next page, that is, okay, solve this true and false, solve this true and false, and send it to me. I will check it. Okay, so up to this only.